guys, welcome back to Baked by Amal. Today I'm doing something a little bit different because this whole week I kind of went on a Bake Off binge watch and I think I got through about 3 seasons. But one of the technical challenges was actually a chocolate babka. Now if you've watched me in the 10, you would have seen how I am with bread. It's just not a bit of me, I don't enjoy it and I can't do it. But I wanted to really challenge myself with this one and just give it a go. So this is less of a tutorial and more of a testing / I attempt a technical challenge from the Great British Bake Off. If you don't know what chocolate babka is, it's basically it's like a brioche dough with a bit of chocolate in it and you roll it up and it looks really good. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my Instagram and Facebook at Baked by Amal and a sprinkle of glitter, and also my TikTok at Baked by Amal. Without further ado, let's get into it. To start, I'm going to make the chocolate filling for inside the dough. So you only need a few ingredients. And to start off, I'm going to put 90 grams of dark chocolate into a saucepan. And I'm also going to add 60 grams of unsalted butter. And I'm going to heat this on a low heat till it's all melted. And to this mixture, I'm going to add in my cocoa powder. And I've got 30 grams of that, 55 grams of icing sugar, and 1 tablespoon of instant expresso powder. And I'm just going to mix this in. And I'm just going to transfer my sauce into a glass bowl. So now I'm going to get on with the brioche dough. And I've already got my stand mixing bowl and a sift. Into here I'm going to add 265 grams of plain flour. And I'm going to sift it in. And I'm going to add in my sugar, and that is 50 grams of caster sugar and half a tablespoon of yeast. And in a separate bowl I'm going to combine my milk. So I've got 60 millilitres of milk, and I'm going to crack an egg in. I also want an egg yolk. And taking a whisk, I'm just going to whisk it up. I'm just going to mix the yeast, sugar and flour together on a low speed. And then I'm going to slowly pour in the egg yolk and milk mixture. And once the dough is just about combined, I'm going to start adding some butter. So my butter's nearly melted, but there's still some bits that are cold. And you want to add it in bit by bit. And once all the butter's added in, you want to mix this on a medium to high speed for about 10 to 12 minutes. And you're looking for a really shiny texture, it's really smooth. So this step is optional, but this is kind of a Nutella babka. So I just got some blanched hazelnuts and toasted them in the oven to 180 for 3 or 4 minutes. And there's 55 grams here. And I'm just going to roughly chop them up with a knife. I'm going to roll my dough out now. So first I want to flour my surface. And you want to be quite generous with the flour because this is quite a sticky dough. And I'm also going to flour my rolling pin. You want to roll this out to a rectangle, which is 30 by 40 centimetres. So I'm going to spread my chocolate sauce all over the thing, the dough. But I'm going to leave a centimetre border just so it doesn't all smush out the edge. Just want to smooth it over, quite a thin layer. And I'm also going to sprinkle over my hazelnuts. I'm now going to roll this up, but you want to do it from the long side. So I'm going to have to do it this way, but you want a really, really tight roll. So that's really important here. Right, okay. And once you've done that, you want to put the seam on the bottom. And once you've done that, you want to cut about 2 inches off of both sides, just to neaten it up. Pop them to the side. And now is the fun / really scary bit. I'm gonna eat these first. First, you want to bring over your cake tin. So this is just, I really don't know what size it is, just your average cake tin. And I've gone and greased it with some butter and lined it with a piece of parchment paper. What you want to do is take a knife and cut it like down the middle lengthways. Very satisfying. So you want to take the first one and put it down like that. Try and keep it together. And then take the second piece and put it over the top, like so. Now is the really difficult part of transferring it to the tin and kind of being as careful as you can. And you want to let this prove for about 2 hours or until it's doubled in size. 2 hours later, we shall have a babka. So my babka's been proving for about 2 hours. This is going in at 175 degrees fan for about 30 to 35 minutes. The way you check is you want to kind of lift it up a little bit with the two slaps and kind of like tap it on the bottom. And if it sounds hollow, like you'll know it feels kind of hollow and it sounds a bit hollow. So I've taken my babka out of the oven and it was in there for about 35 minutes. And while the babka was in the oven, I've gone and made a little sugar syrup. And the quantities for this will be in the description box below. But essentially you just boil some sugar and water together, just 5 minutes. And I'm going to use this to glaze my babka, and this is what gives it a really, really nice shine. And that is my attempt at a babka. I'm actually really, really happy with it. I'm not going to cut into it yet, but you want to cut into it when it's completely cooled and you want to cool it in a tin. But I'm actually taking it to a friend's house, so I can't try it on camera, but from what it looks like, I think it's going to be really, really good. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.